45. And yesterday I was ranting about the possible hacking by of campaigns by Iran. I was ranting because I feel like we're not doing anything about it. So this morning I was outside working in the yard, but I had to stop because it's like 100 degrees out. And I started thinking, how many elections has the United States interfered in? So I started doing some research. And, you know, when the U.S. interferes in elections, we have a whole different, we use different wording. So we don't put down U.S., I wrote some things down. U.S. election interference. Well, when the U.S. does it, we call it election intervention. Election intervention. We also call it regime change. Regime change. Right? So, a study, I'm looking it up, a study conducted by Carnegie Mellon, which is a pretty well respected university, said that between the years, well I'm looking, okay, here we go. Their research has concluded that between 1946 and 2000, okay, this was a while ago, there's been 117 partisan electoral interventions. That's around one of every 9 competitive elections held since the Second World War. Okay? And these are not all from the Cold War era. 21 such interventions took place between 1990 and 2000, of which 18 were by the United States. 60 different independent countries have been targets of such interventions. So, and it's a vast majority of There's a lot of interventions going on. So I'm reading U.S. election interference. Let's see. The United States has interfered in elections in Guatemala, Brazil, El Salvador, Haiti, Panama, Israel, Lebanon, Iran, Greece, Italy, Malta, Romania. So the United States has interfered in a crap load of elections, Welcome to the chat. I was upset yesterday because they've talked about there's been, that the Iranian government is supposedly, sorry for my hair, but I was outside working in the yard in Florida. It's like 100 degrees right now. You can't. You do your work between, like, if you're gonna do yard work, you do it between like 8 o'clock in the morning and like 11, and then you gotta stop. Hello. Then you gotta stop until like 5 o'clock at night when the sun starts going down. But yesterday I was talking. There's been. I'm just an average guy, right? I'm an average American who lives in Florida. And I guess you could say that, and just a voter, right? Just an actual voter. And with all this politics thing going on, everyone's telling you if this one gets in, it's the end of the world. If that one gets in, it's the end of the world. Listen, I've been around for 57 years. We've had all kinds of presidents, and it's never been the end of the world. So don't let people tell you it's going to be the end of the world. Hey, hold on, that's my killer cocker spaniel. Leon, Leon, stop. Leon, the killer cocker spaniel. So the Iranians, they're reporting that they're messing with the elections, right? They're messing with the elections. They're hacking. They're hacking people. Okay, so what are we doing about it? Nothing. This administration won't they won't do anything against Iran. I mean, history has shown that the Democrat Party. I don't know what the deal is with Iran. I don't know what they're afraid of. There must be something going on, right? There must be something going on that they're afraid to do anything about Iran. So today I was like, how has the United States? How many elections have we messed with? Right. So I did some research this morning, and we don't really call it election interference. We call it we call it election interference, right? When a government messes with us, or groups, or whoever. We have a different terminology. We call it election intervention. New word. It's an intervention. We call it regime change. And this all comes from a study that Carnegie Mellon did. All right. That since 1946, the United States has been, we've interfered in 117 elections around the world. All right. And probably one of the one that has a high profile, I think it was it Barack Obama, like basically came out and told Israel, if there's going to be any type of peace or change or anything, that you got to take Netanyahu, whatever his name is, you got to vote him out, right? You had to vote him out. And if it wasn't for Israel, Iran wouldn't have had power over the region. You know, that whole area over there is a tinderbox, right? What's going on in Israel and Iran and Jordan and all those countries, Egypt, and that entire area. This goes back hundreds of thousands of years, right? And to think that, that's a long history, to just think everyone's going to get along, right? So, anyway, the United States has interfered in 117 elections. So, we got to think about that, right? We criticize, or we go after the countries. Well, we don't even, we acknowledge that the Iranian groups are hacking. Right? But what's going on? Why aren't we doing anything about it? No, we're going to send them, we're going to do a cyber attack against them. Hell no, drop a bomb on their ass. Drop a bomb. Because that's all they understand. Right? Iran backs terrorist organizations that drop bombs on us. So let's go drop a bomb on them. All right. We had a lot of people. We had like 34 people. Now we're down to 1. I appreciate you. Lewis has timed out by Sleepy Ape for 30 seconds. Lewis, please refrain from sending long messages. It's kind of weird, when you do this live chat stuff, it's sending responses under the Sleepy Ape. It's asking Lewis to please refrain from sending long messages, right? I didn't even type that. It does it automatically, so we'll see. Listen, it's going to be a long election season. There's going to be a lot of people accusing everyone of interfering in elections. So Let's see what happens. Let's try to be civil. But if a foreign government interferes in our election and we have proof and that they're trying to hack campaigns and they may have hacked campaigns, then we have to do something about it. But Biden is an empty suit. Oh yeah, Peter Griffin. Love Peter Griffin, right? My son draws pictures of me and Peter Griffin. I wish I had the longevity of Peter Griffin doing how many seasons? Like 20 seasons? How do you like my cat mug? I see there's 4 people in the chat. Where's everyone from? I'm in Florida. I'm in South Florida. It's like friggin' 10 to 12. It's like friggin' 100 degrees out. Poison Gus, where you from, man? Are you still in the chat? Where you from? Kurdistan? I don't even know where that's at, man. I'd have to look that up. I don't know if that's a BS thing. CURD. Middle East. Says you're from the Middle East. I'm complaining about it being hot. I bet you it's hot there. Kurdistan. Let's see. A geocultural region in West Asia. All right. Well, welcome, man. Poison Gus. I like to see. So how did you get that? What did you come up with that name? People ask me how did I come up with Sleepy Ape. It's pretty funny. If you're into hello India. What's up, India? What's going on? How you doing today? That's pretty cool. India, Kurdistan. Well, I'm the Sleepy Ape. My real name's John. But how did I come up with Sleepy Ape? Well, if you're into crypto, you ever heard of the Bored Ape? The Bored Ape Society? The Bored Apes? Well, I try to make my own NFT, and my apes came out with their eyes like shut all the time. To me, they looked like they were sleeping. So I'm like, Jesus, just call me the Sleepy Ape, man. I'm a big dude, and I look like a sleepy ape. Poison Ghost. We got 4 people in here. Who else? Poison Ghost is from Kurdistan. We got someone from India. I don't even want to attempt to try to pronounce your name. It might be bad. Let me see. Sir, I have some questions in your... All right. What's your questions then? Sir, I have some questions. And you're near any Indians, sir? What's funny? I was at the Hard Rock Hotel in Hollywood, Florida yesterday. And a woman was sitting next to me who is from India. But she moved to the United States 46 years ago, and she lives in Iowa. Her entire family from India moved over to they moved from India to Iowa and then to Florida. And if anyone knows anything about the United States, Iowa's like in the middle of nowhere. Bro, my cousin is looking at you. She's laughing so hard. I hear you. I laugh too. Got crazy hair. I look like Peter Griffin. That's good. It's good. We all can laugh and have fun, right? I don't take it personal. People looking to argue with me over some... Nah. I don't take myself serious. I just like having a good time and doing my thing. I got my phone sitting on the computer. We looked up Kurdistan, someone from Iowa. What else is going on? Yeah, let's see what's going on in the election. Let's see. So the highlights today in the news is that Biden admits that he was forced out by the Democrats and saying that Pelosi was behind it. Oh well. All right. Also, Kamala Harris, she's copying some of Trump stuff. The Paris Olympics. I watched a little bit of it. You know, I work a lot, and there's a difference in time. You know, there's a bit. You know, when I'm at work is usually when the games are going on, right? So I really don't have time to watch it. Kamala Harris is from India. I heard her one of her parents is Indian. I heard that. I don't know which one. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't really follow who you know. I never looked into who her parents are. Doesn't matter to me. You know, I know a lot of people who are proud of that. You know, and hey, you got to celebrate it, right? You got to celebrate. You know, your parents are from India, or your parents are from Kurdistan. I see. It's all cool. It's no problem. What else we got? Okay, still looking, still looking. Biden admits being forced out of the race. All right. Where else? We got 3 people still in the chat. Where's everyone from? We had India, we had Kurdistan. I'm from the United States. We're like a big melting pot. I'm drinking coffee at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's a freaking 100 degrees. Go figure. All right, sir. Thank you. Respect you and your United States. Well, I appreciate it, man. We respect the Indian people too, man. We should respect. Everyone should just respect one another. You know. Our differences make us what's different about each other from each other, right? Let's see. One person left. Well, I'm gonna blast out of here. I got some. I have some paperwork. I'm a therapist. I'm a therapist, so I have some paperwork I got to finish up. The WWE, yeah, man. Who doesn't? And I grew up watching professional wrestling, especially in the United States and Florida when I was a kid. Oh my God. The WWE, a lot of those. One of the WWE is the largest organization now, right? When I was a kid, if you go on YouTube, right? Go on YouTube and look up Championship Wrestling from Florida. Okay? Championship Wrestling from Florida, and watch some old videos. And you'll see like Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, the Briscoe brothers, uh, the Four Horsemen, Arn Anderson. You'll see them in their heyday, right? Barry Windham. Championship Wrestling from Florida, right? And then from there, it expanded to like Championship Wrestling from Georgia. It was the same wrestlers, and then it built upon that to what it is now. But you see a lot of those. You'll see a lot of those professional wrestlers that you've seen, and now their kids are wrestling. Is WWE, is it cringe or entertainment, sir? It's entertainment, right? When I was younger, I thought it was real. I thought it was real. And then my dad came in one day who liked it too, and he goes, "Listen, if people beat each other up like that, you know, it would be they would beat the heck out of one another, right? They would kill one another." But I like the athletic ability of them. They're really athletic. They're jumping off the ropes. They're doing flips. Some of those athletes are huge, man. They're like 6'4", 6'5", and they're doing crazy stuff. How do you do that? How are you 6'4", 6'5", and you're doing all that stuff? So I think it's great entertainment. But you used to see it when they have when they have some of the. I mean, they can fill up 20,000 people in a arena. It's like going to a rock concert. I have one of the venues near my house. All right. I mean, literally, I can drive to one of the venues in 10 minutes, like where the Florida Panthers hockey team plays. Paul Bearer? I don't know about Paul Bearer, man. Peter Griffin, I was called, but Paul Bearer. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah. But that was a that was a good team, right? Paul Bearer and the Undertaker. That was really good. That was really good. They really meshed well together. I think he's passed away now. Pretty sure he's passed away. But they had a good thing going on. Him and the Undertaker. I liked it. Who else you got? Who else you like? Here's your chance. An American sitting in Florida. Ask him questions. Ask him questions. How's India going? How hot is it there? Is it cold? Is it hot? I really don't know much about the climate. I haven't done a lot of research on India. But like what part of India? I mean, India is a big place, right? What else we got? Cringe entertainment. Here, let me scroll through the chat. Let me see. Hi from India, Kurdistan. Lewis, hi, madam. Please refrain from spamming emojis. Sir, you would come to India. Please treat as a king. Sir, you would come from India. Please treat as a king. This, sorry, I had to go. Now I'm back. The ghost is back. Poison Ghost is back in the house. They would treat me like a king. I'm not a king, man. I understand the analogy, but if I had a chance to go to India, I would go. I would go. I'd probably do the tourist thing, right? To go see the Taj Mahal, one of the wonders of the world, right? The Taj Mahal. Every time you see the pictures of it, it's like unbelievable. But definitely, I mean, I would go. You know, check that out. What else? You should try to come to the United States. Sometimes it's a long travel, right? How much would it cost? How much would it cost if you're in India and you want to come to the United States? Is it like really expensive or what? I don't know. Never thought about it. My what's this? My dirty mug. No, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming in and chatting. I'm in between doing my work, so I thought I'd take a little bit of a break. And just to recap, I was on this talking about election interference. 35,000 or 40,000 RS, I think. Well, let's see what that is. 35,000 RS to USD, right? Let's see. So in American dollars, that's $416. And someone like me, if I was booking something and I saw $416, to us, that's really kind of average. That's not really, it's not what we would say is cheap and not too expensive, but it's kind of in the middle. You're 15, well, you got a whole life ahead of you, man. You got a whole, you got a whole great life ahead of you. Make the best of it. 15 years old is a great time, man. Great time. You're young. You got your whole life ahead of you. You got so many options that you have that you can do. You know, enjoy it. Enjoy while you're young. As you get older, your opportunities kind of shrink, right? Your opportunities shrink because as you get older, you get more responsibility. You know, people want more from you, and then you really don't have a lot of the opportunities you do when you're 15. So make the best of it. Yeah, man. Yeah. But you're getting now. You're 15. You're young, but you gotta. I know you're 15, but when you're getting to that age, right? You're kind of getting towards. I mean, in the United States, we have the age of 18, right? When you're 18, 19, 20, 21, that's when you start to be. You have to become independent, unless you're in school. So you're young, but you gotta get your priorities. And if you're in school, stay in school. Because if you can educate yourself, right, you can't be stopped. You can't be stopped. Education's the way to go. The world's going that way. Computers, other things. Get into computers, get into medical. Can't go wrong. I'm in the medical field, and the good thing about the medical field and the computer field so much is that I'm going to go with medical over computers because in my in my working life, the last 30 years or so, a lot of industries go up and down, right? People get hired, they get laid off, they lose their jobs. You don't hear that. You don't hear that in the medical field. You know, you don't hear that in the medical field. People really don't get laid off in the medical field. When's the last time you heard of a doctor getting laid off? When's the last time you heard of a nurse getting laid off? When's the last time you heard of a therapist getting laid off? You don't, right? They always need us. I mean, you can go into a depression. You still need a doctor. People get sick, unfortunately. And it doesn't matter. Does it matter where we're in a depression or we're in a great economy, right? The medical field I say is a recession proof, a depression proof field. I mean, you hear about the technology, right? I lived through the dot-com bubble. I lived through the dot-com bubble when, the start of the internet and all these dot-com companies were coming out. I mean, dot-com, all these. All right, bye-bye. Have a good one. The dot-com bubble. I think that was during Bill Clinton, towards the end. So much money got pumped into these companies, and it just burst. It was like the real estate bubble. In 2008, I think it was. The real estate bubble burst. In the United States, our economy's teetering too. Don't let them fool you. Our government has been pumping Biden and them, they've been pumping a lot of fake money into the economy. You know, we're not living within our means. We're uh, we're pumping money in there. I think it was they showed that when Bill Clinton was president, he had a balanced budget. Oh, when Trump got shot. Well, like, how did it happen? Or, I mean, I was watching it live, right? I was watching it live, and obviously, if you wouldn't have, he turned his head like this, and then he turned his head to look at someone, then he kind of turned a little bit more, and that's when the bullet hit him. If he wouldn't have turned his head a second time, right there at the very end when he turned it again, he would have been dead. He would have been dead. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions about Trump and the attempted assassination. Oh yeah, God saved him. God saved him, because like I was just saying, he turned his head. He turned his head again. You know, that's called divine intervention. All right. Anybody else in the chat? I'm thinking about signing off. It's been 30 minutes. I appreciate the thumbs up and I appreciate all that. And all right. Listen, y'all have a good day. Oh, only you. All right, cool. So yeah, so it's been a mess. It's been a mess. They're questioning. We have the Secret Service that protects. Supposed to protect the president, the vice president, and their families, and then past presidents. They have protection for a certain amount of years, and there's controversy that they felt like there was an elevated threat, and that they had been requesting more, and the Secret Service has been giving them less. So that's a big thing. Why did Trump get shot? They haven't established a motive. A lot of people have speculated. The first thing they do, they look at your political affiliation, right? But there's a young kid, can you imagine, 20 years old. 20 years old. And I think they're still doing the investigation, but they've said they've scoured a lot of his social media, a lot of things, and they haven't been able to come up with anything. So he kind of covered his tracks, or he's a loner or something. It's a terrible situation, If it wasn't Trump, the media would still be would make a much bigger deal about it than what it is. But because it's Trump, and the media doesn't like him, right? And the media, the Hollywood, the celebrities, they're a very liberal group. Sir, what's up, Ghost? I subbed. What does that mean? Oh, cool. Cool. Well, I appreciate you subscribing. Coming on and doing live is kind of new, but I found that it's easier, like when you want to vent, you can go on live. It's pretty cool, right? You go on live, interact with people, and you get people from all over. You get people from all over. Kurdistan, India. You get a lot of people from all over. 5 likes. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm from the United States. I live in the state of Florida. Sorry, something flew in my eye. I'm in Florida, and came on to vent about about the revelation that Iran is screwing around with the elections here. But listen, I'm gonna run. Ghost, I appreciate you, man. I'll be back later. Y'all take care. Thank you.